This video comes to you from a place called Tuzla. It's just outside Istanbul in the country of Turkey. Now I'm here to film a series of videos about a really wonderful family-owned yacht builder called Mengi. I've actually known about them for quite some time, but it's only this year that I've been able to meet them and get to know them a little bit better. And I'm delighted to have the opportunity to open up a window onto their world to you through this YouTube channel. But before we go and meet them, let me take you on a journey back in time to the Cannes Yacht Show earlier this year, where I went to meet Hüseyin Mengi at his stand. Hüseyin Mengi is one of the owners of the Mengi shipyard, together with his partners, Muzaffer Yay and Mustafa Mengi. He comes from a long line of boat builders. His grandfather, in fact, was building fishing boats in Istanbul many decades ago, as was his father, Ramazan, as early as 1964. Hüseyin's grandfather was a boat builder. His father was a boat builder. He is a boat builder. And there's no prizes for guessing what his son, Ramazan, is destined to do. I actually spent quite a lot of time with Ramazan during my last visit to Turkey, and I was hugely impressed by his knowledge and his passion for yachts and for yacht building. His father came from a generation that saw young people in their early teens get right out to work, in his case, the tough and demanding work of building boats. But he made sure that his son will benefit from the best education that he possibly can. Ramazan is in fact studying in university in England. He speaks English better than many Brits that I know, and I would not hesitate to introduce this young man to any client who is considering buying a yacht from Mengi. It's wonderful to see that this company is not only in incredibly competent hands now, but they are also paving the way for a very exciting future through Ramazan and the other sons of the families, Eci Mengi and Ramazan Yay. During our conversation, Hüseyin explained that his father Ramazan Yay started building boats in a place called Avantsaray in 1964. This was where the traditional boat building industry in Istanbul was born. And back then, they were constructing small boats, even rowing boats from 3 meters in length to about 10 meters. His father and the other builders sent boats all over Turkey, from the coastal areas to the lakes. And Hüseyin himself started to work for him as an apprentice in 1983. The boat building industry actually grew so much at this time that the following year, the government freed up land in Tuzla and all of the boat builders moved there. This allowed the industry to really grow, and in 1986 they went on to build a 28-meter bullet, the largest vessel they had ever constructed. Hüseyin explained that these were crucial years for the shipyard as they built larger vessels and needed to integrate new skills, including more advanced engineering. They actually went on to build a 36-meter gullet in 1991, and that made headlines all over Turkey. Sadly, Hüseyin lost his father in a road traffic accident in 1996, and the reins of the company were left in his hands and his partner Muzaffer Yay. As you can imagine, this was a challenging time. The company continued to focus on the construction of wooden gullets, but the following year they also decided to build their first motor yacht. In these years leading up to the turn of the millennium, they're actually building 8 vessels a year. They started to use epoxy resin a great deal. Now this is an expensive and a complex procedure, so they realized at that time that it would be important to have a strong engineering department. The first decade of the millennium saw Mengi building some wonderful yachts, many of which were exported. And during those years, they evolved significantly as a company. The world financial crash in 2008 changed everything though. Yacht builders throughout the world faced financial ruin. Many disappeared completely. Mengi immediately recognized that they needed to change the way they worked, and they started to build commissioned, custom-built yachts for select clients. This resulted in them building award-winning yachts, including this 45-meter yacht called Aquarius and the 27-meter Selida. Hüseyin explained to me that they've now established significant experience in the construction of custom-built super yachts. He said that his father was one of the first generation of Mengi. He and his partners are the second, and they're securing the future of their company by giving their sons the best education that they possibly can, since they are the next generation. And what a future that generation has to look forward to, as Hussein hinted strongly at new future projects and even a new state-of-the-art construction facility. The history of yacht builders has always been fascinating to me, and I hope that I've been able to share some of the fascination surrounding the Mengi builder with this video. Here is a shipyard based on real family values of the Mengi and the Ye families. They've grown, they've adapted as the market has changed. Now, of course, there's a lot more to them than I've been able to show in this short video, so I'm about to get into a cab and drive to see their production facilities and to meet some of their management team. Of course, I'll take some video footage while I'm there, and that video will be published next week.